Hola, everybody. Well, week 3 is done. It's in the books. And it's time to break down and at least tell you what I think is going to happen in week 4 in college football. We'll break down all the games that are going to be on your TV sets. And as always, we'll start in the Big 12 Conference. All that coming up. Don't go away. My name's Harry James. Alrighty, welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. Plenty of teams are in action in the Big 12. In fact, most of them are in action, and it's an inter-conference play now for most of the Big 12. So we'll start with the inter-conference games on ESPNU at 11 o'clock on Saturday. So there's no midweek games, only on Saturdays. There's 2 breakfast kicks on Saturday. West Virginia and Kansas will be in Lawrence on ESPNU. I'm going to take the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Also, Texas Tech will be at Houston on ABC or ESPN2. I'm going to go with the Raiders of Texas Tech. I really like the way that they played against Arizona State. They now take the trick ball on the road. We'll see if they can keep the Big 12 name strong. 2 more teams in Big 12 play at least, interconference league. One of them is at 2:30, and this is probably the game of the night, or the game of the day, not only in the Big 12, but probably in the country. As TCU will be up in the Stillies at Oklahoma State on Fox National. I'm going to go with Okie State in this ball game. As they face TCU in Stillwater. And then Oklahoma at the Sickle Bears of Waco Waco in Waco Waco. I'm going to go with Oklahoma in this ball game. That's it for the Big 12 games. The national games are as follows, and they will start on Thursday with a midweek game. It will be between, speaking of Baylor and Matt Rhule, Matt Rhule's old team of Temple will be out at South Florida on ESPNU, 6:30 p.m. on Thursday. I'm going to go with USF. Couple of Friday games, Virginia at Boise State on ESPN2. I'm going to go with the Broncos of Boise State. And Utah will be at Arizona. I'm going to go with Arizona. Alright. Well, flip your pancakes over, guys. Get your waffles ready. Get your omelets ready. Because now we go to Saturday at 11 o'clock. The opening game. Right when you wake up in the morning, get you some breakfast, get to your local establishments, and catch some football like UNLV at The Ohio State University on the Big Ten Network. I'm going to go with Ohio State. ABC ESPN2 mirror game of the Texas Tech Houston game will be NC State at Florida State. I'm going to go with the Seminoles of Florida State. ACC action on the ACC network. Kent State will be at Louisville. I'm going to go with Louisville. The SEC network will have the University of Massachusetts at the University of Tennessee. I'm going to go with Tennessee. CBS Sports Network, Army at Tulane as Tulane tries to bounce back, and I think they will. And then at Cowboy Stadium, the Southwest Classic, Texas A&M and Arkansas at Cowboy Stadium on ESPN. I'm going to go with the Razorbacks. And on the ACC network, an ACC game, Pittsburgh at the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. I'm going to go with the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. 12:30. Oklahoma State's not the only game in Oklahoma this weekend because New Mexico will be at Tulsa on ESPN 3. I'm going to go with the Golden Hurricane of Tulsa. 3 games on the 1 o'clock docket. ACC Network will have OCU at Virginia Tech. I'm going to go with Virginia Tech. Idaho State at South Alabama will be on ESPN 3. I'm going to go with Idaho State. And Ohio will be at Eastern Michigan. I'm going to go on ESPN 3. I'm going to go with Eastern Michigan. And by the way, Virginia Tech will play ODU, not OCU. But I'm still going to go with Virginia Tech on the ACC Network. The 2:30 docket. Central Florida will be at Maryland on Fox Sports 1. I'm going to go with Maryland. 2:30 games. Bama at Vandy on CBS Sports Network. I'm going to go with Alabama. BC at Clemson on ABC. I'm going to go with Boston. I'm going to go with Clemson. The Mirror game, ESPN2 or ABC. USC at Cal. I'm going to go with USC. The ACC Network will have Toledo at Miami of Florida. I'm going to go with Miami of Florida. Georgia Southern at Indiana on the Big Ten Network. I'm going to go with Indy. Rutgers at at Nebraska on the Big Ten Network. I'm going to go with Nebraska. ESPNU, the Dukies at North Carolina. Not a basketball game. This is a football game. But I'm still going to go with Duke. Louisiana Tech at South Carolina on the SEC Network. I'm going to go with South Carolina. Miami of Ohio at Central Michigan on ESPN 3. I'm going to go with Central Michigan. Wake Forest at Appalachian State. ESPN 3, I'm going to go with Wake. And Cincinnati at Navy on CBS Sports Network. I'm going to go with Cincy. The Fox National game at 3:30. Michigan at Purdue. On Fox, I'm going to go with Michigan. 4 o'clock, you'll see University of Louisiana Monroe at Louisiana Lafayette. ESPN 3. I'm going to go with Lafayette at 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock, our old buddy the Leecher, Mike Leach, as Nevada will be at Washington State on the Pac-12 network. I'm going to go with Washington State. Akron will be at Troy on ESPN 3. I'm going to go with Troy. Georgia State will be at Charlotte on ESPN 3. I'm going to go with Charlotte. 5:30 p.m. Western Illinois will be at Coastal Carolina on ESPN 3. I'm going to go with Coastal Carolina. And our old buddy from OKLAHOMA, Seth Luttrell, and the rest of his North Texas Mean Green will host UAB. UAB at UNT. BN Sports Network at 5:30. I'm going to go with North Texas State. Or North Texas. 6 o'clock. The Syracuse Orange will be at LSU on ESPN 2. I'm going to go with the Bangling Tigers of LSU. Mississippi State will be at Georgia on ESPN. I'm going to go with Mississippi State. Wagner will be at Western Michigan on ESPN3.com. I'm going to go with Western Michigan. San Diego State and Air Force on the CBS Sports Network. I'm going to go with San Diego State. Florida Atlantic at Buffalo on ESPN 3. I'm going to go with Buffalo. Bowling Green at Middle Tennessee on ESPN 3. I'm going to go with Middle Tennessee. ESPN 3 will also have Arkansas State at Southern Methodist, SMU. I'm going to go with SMU. And finally, on the Stadium Network at 6 o'clock, Ball State will be at Western Michigan. I'm going to go with Western Kentucky, I'm sorry. I'm going to go with Western Kentucky. The 6:30 night games, the PM games, the dinner games are as follows. This is what your dinner plate looks like. It starts on ABC with Penn State at Iowa. On ABC, I'm going to go with Penn State. ESPNU will also have a game between Auburn at Missouri. I'm going to go with Missouri. Also in the SEC, our old buddy Mark Stoops, Bob's brother, will be, and his Kentucky Wildcats will host Florida. Florida at Kentucky on the SEC Network. I'm going to go with Florida. ESPN3.com will have Texas San Antonio at Texas State. I'm going to go with UTSA. Florida International will be at Rice on the Stadium Network. I'm going to go with Rice. And ESPN3.com will have Utah State at San Diego State. I'm going to go with Utah State. Two of them at 7 p.m. Southern Illinois at Memphis is one of them. ESPN3.com. I'm going to go with Memphis. Notre Dame at Michigan State is the night game on Fox National. And I'm going to take Michigan State in that ball game. 9 o'clock. Washington will be at Colorado on Fox Sports 1. I'm going to take Washington. And Oregon will be at Arizona State on the Pac-12 network. I'm going to go with the Quack Pack. 9:15, Hawaii will be at Wyoming on ESPN2. I'm going to go with Wyoming. And finally, the final Pac-12 game of the night, UCLA will be at Stanford on ESPN. I'm going to go with Stanford. All right, guys. As I always say, don't take any of these picks to Vegas. I'm not promising anything. That's just what I think is going to happen. If you take these picks to Vegas, that's okay. Just send me some of the cash back. I'll take it. All right, guys. You can find me on Facebook right here on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet me at Sooner_fan_OK. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and enjoy this weekend in college football. I'm out of here. See ya.